stand by for the bonus item that we'll include that I don't think people really use. What is it?
Hi, I'm Linda.
And I'm Tim.
And this is our second journey.
Welcome back, or welcome aboard if you're new here. We appreciate you viewing. We wanted to bring you some of our carefully curated products that we love to bring with us cruising. Is there something we've missed? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. There are links to these products in the description below. We love our air tags. Now you can use any different type of product like this. Air tags are great. It uses the Apple ecosystem to track down your luggage. And I put one of these in each of our luggages, every suitcase, every backpack. They are great if you fly, getting to and from the airport. They will track your luggage very, very well. Work on the trains. It always looks like it's a little behind you on the trains, but it does work. More importantly, that we found where they really shine is in disembarkation. If you have your luggage getting taken off and it's in those huge warehouse type areas, you have no idea where your luggage is going to be found with this. These little guys will show you where that luggage is. We've done that a couple times. You're getting off and there's luggage everywhere and you're supposed to be in this one section. Well, guess what? This will point you right to your luggage in a matter of moments. Also, the other cool thing, you can find your luggage if it's on the ship. We left New York City one time and on Norwegian, and I was really concerned that my luggage got left behind. It didn't show up till 9 o'clock that night, and it wasn't showing. I don't know why, but it was there. We've also gone where the luggage is down the hall slightly. So it may not be in front of your door, but turn this on. As long as you've got a signal or you're in port, you have access to the internet, you can use these to find your luggage quickly and easily. Game changer. Love them. And while we're talking about getting to the cruise port, you're going to need luggage tags. Now, this is the printouts from our recent Transatlantic on the Odyssey. Haven't cleaned these out yet, but these are great. They have these small wire loop rings, and they secure with this little connector here. Extremely durable. We've had these, I think, since 2016. They're phenomenal. Every cruise line prints their tags a little differently shaped, but as long as you get a big enough one, it'll say on, like Amazon, it'll say whether it will fit those cruise lines or not. But these are great. You can even use these little wire loops for your keys, but you just secure them in there like that. And highly durable. Use them for luggage tags. We've done that too, just flying. These will get you to your stateroom quickly and easily, efficiently. They are, like I said, they're probably pressing 10 years old now. You can see the little wear on them, little yellowish, but hey, they work great. One-time investment, put in your luggage, extremely durable. It's not going to come off. They say staple it. They say all these different things. This works fantastic. Highly recommended. Well, you're finally on your ship. You got your SeaPass card. Now, what do you do with it? We've got these lanyards. Again, we've probably had these close to 10 years. We got a little his and hers, little nautical theme going on. You can use your own lanyards. We've used lanyards from the ballparks that had the little plastic thing there to hold the card. But they're great. They're highly durable. Again, one-time purchase, a few dollars. All kinds of different designs on them. A little bit of a controversy, I think, with these lately. When we first started cruising, or when we were really starting cruising about 2016, everybody had these, or at least on Norwegian, everybody had these, and we still use them. We used them on Celebrity recently, and we didn't know so many people use them on Celebrity. Now, it was great because we had a spa, so when we check in and out of the spa, we quickly identify our SeaPass cards just by the lanyard. Do you use a lanyard for your SeaPass? Do you keep it in your pocket? Do you let your partner take care of all that? I think I do that quite often. Like I said, I'll put my SeaPass card in my shirt pocket. She'll put hers into her purse along with the lanyard. So, teach their own. Next up, magnets. Very simple, very inexpensive, very useful. Typically, most of the components within that stateroom are metal, and they are a metal that you can attach a magnet to. They're not aluminum or anything like that. They're good for the lanyards, good for your hat. But if you have anything heavy, again, they're going to slide down the wall. You can't hang a coat on them unless you have those super heavy duty ones. Those will hold that. And then what we also did is we hung them to the ceiling of the stateroom, and then we were able to string a clothesline through that, and was able to suspend quite a bit of weight between a few of these lightweight ones and a couple of those super ones. And we kind of graduate. We also want to add a few of these just simple refrigerator magnets. Again, not high capacity. They're great to hang some pictures on your walls, the cruise compass, your daily planner, whatever you have, just a few sheets of paper. That's good. But yeah, these are fantastic. I think a lot of folks recommend these. See them used everywhere. The more you use them, the more you find uses for them, whether it's the daily planners, hats, lanyards, your little bag, your excursion shore bag, uh, coats. Again, the more you use it, the more you'll find uses for it. It really adds a lot of space and capacity in the stateroom. Next up, this little block adapter. It's great. It's a 50 watt capacity total, and it has 3 USBs, 2 of the newer USB-Cs, and the USB-Cs are at 20 watts each. The USBs are 3.1 watts each. So anytime you know that you're going into a stateroom on a cruise ship, almost always, the concern is how many outlets they have. This helps a lot with that. And so you can take one 120 outlet and you can have the availability of 5. And it's really important if you're doing any type of filming, you got tablets, you got phones. Everybody wants to charge something all the time, and this certainly helps. It's a great little piece of equipment, inexpensive. We also have an anchor that has 6 USB outlets. Again, bought that probably 7-8 years ago. Also very good. It works with just a regular 120 outlet cord, plugs in, and gives you a full bank of USB. The original USBs, not the new USB-Cs, of course, but I'm sure they have newer versions. That's your 120. You can also do something else. Now, this little guy here, we bought for our trip to London last year, and we actually were able to use it again on our transatlantic, again, to just give us extra space. We did cruise on the Celebrity Summit, and the Summit's an older ship, doesn't have that many outlets, so this came in handy. Look at that, more so than on the Odyssey of the Seas. But you can see what this does is it'll plug into an EU type adapter, and then you'll have your 120s here, or one 120 I should say. You have 4 2.4 amp USB adapters, and then you have 1 USB-C adapter on the back side here. And put it back. Pretty small, pretty useful. Again, I wouldn't go out and necessarily buy this just for a cruise ship, but if you have it, as we did for our trip to London, gives you some added capacity if it's needed.
If you're enjoying watching these videos and want to see more, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to us and it helps our small channel grow.
You want to sit by the pool, have a good time. Now, first off, don't be a chair hog. That's the biggest annoyance of, I think, everyone in the cruise world. Those chair hogs that'll go out there at 6 a.m., put up towels, and then not come back till 9 o'clock. And meanwhile, people who are there at 7 o'clock want to utilize it, can't utilize it. If you're utilizing the chair, utilize the chair. But you're cruising along, you might get some heavy winds. How do you keep your towel on your chair? And also make sure that it doesn't blow away and somebody takes your chair. Well, you can get these nice little towel clips. Personalized, has a cute little thing on there. These are just like giant clothespins. Again, inexpensive. I think I got these at probably the dollar store. But they work. We used to use those. We used to use these. Very cute. And then, Linda, she loves pink, so she's got her pink sunglasses. And we use these originally. There's a lot. But one thing you can see here, and one reason I don't like these, and we've retired these, is that they're kind of bulky. They don't weigh a lot, but again, you're packing a bag for a week, 2 weeks, and you got a million things in there. Every little thing adds up. The weight, more so these, the size, the space. They're kind of clunky. I mean, you can see they take space. So what we've graduated to, instead of these, we have this newer design. This is from Cruise On, and it's pretty cool. If you look at it, there are 4 in here. Basically, it's a giant rubber band. Same concept, but look at this. Weighs virtually nothing, folds down to virtually nothing. It's like, a couple sheets of paper. It's really nothing. And there's 4 in there. This nice little, 4 different colors. You can get all kinds of different colors of these. Nice little nylon carry bag, but you don't need that. You put that in your carry-on. You put that in your luggage. Virtually nothing. Heck, you could wrap these around your shoes, hold them together, socks, whatever you have. But yeah, I think that's a great product. That is a great simplification of the use. Variety of colors available. Simple, and it's efficient, and it works. And again, the best thing with it takes no space. And you can't beat that. All right, you're on your cruise. You're sitting poolside. You want to make sure your phone's safe from the kids splashing in the pool or the adults cannonballing you. Never know. Maybe it's the belly flop competition. And or even you're on an excursion and you have your cell phone. Oh, this is an old cell phone I have. But how do you keep that thing safe from the water? We were recently at the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, but they specifically told you before you went in, that water is very caustic. The vapors coming off of it with the minerals in it are caustic. Even if you don't drop the phone in, it's got open ports, and you're probably going to damage electronics. They flat out told you that, and yet there are people with no protection in their phones. It just blew my mind. So, what can you do? Well, you can get something like this. It's essentially a super Ziploc bag. It's a dry bag for a cell phone, and you pop it open. Very simple design, very simple concept. Again, the kind of Ziploc bag. This clamps it down, and you just drop your phone in there. Again, very easy, very simple. And the cool thing about these is, well, there's many cool things. One of the cool things, again, I've had this one for quite some time, and it still works just fine. It's got a lanyard, and you can certainly detach that if you want, but if I'm dropping my phone in the water, I want to be able to find it if I lose it. But these will still allow you to push the buttons, and it'll work just fine. The other thing is, and you're concerned, well, the camera, am I going to take good pictures of this? Is it going to be exactly like without it? No. But generally, you're probably going to do just fine. And the reason is because the lens is so close to that piece of plastic, and I have some black stuff there, I'd probably turn that around the other way if I were to take pictures of this. But when you're really close, when the lens is very close to whatever the issue is, it tends not to focus on that. It goes right through it. So again, very simple product, but very useful. And why run the risk of, even if you have the insurance on your cell phone, you're going to lose your pictures. You're going to it's going to be a waste. Invest in something like this. Not a big expense.
Hey, this is Linda. I thought I would tell you about the shampoo I found. I think it's pronounced Kitsch. It comes in like a bar soap, and they come with shampoo and conditioner. I was leery to use it, but I did. I bought it, and it works very well. That my hair, it, it comes out very soft and very manageable, and it takes up like no room in your suitcase, and it's very lightweight. So if you want something like this, I would definitely try it. It's well worth the money. Now, this is the shampoo. See, it looks just like a bar soap. Conditioner's the same way. I got the purple toning solid conditioner and shampoo because I have color treated hair, and the smell is so good. It's very nice. So give it a try. I think you'll really like it.
We always travel. We've had different backpacks we've used. Found this one here about a year or two ago. But G4 Freeze the brand, again, something we found on Amazon. This is super lightweight. It packs. I could probably pack it a little better in there to make it a little more squarish, but it still squishes down some. Very lightweight. And it opens up. When it opens up, you'll see it's a 20 liter, darn near close to full. So you can hear we still have some Euros from Europe hanging around in there. I wonder where those went. But yeah, here you go. Is this the equivalent of something you're going to take hiking? No. This is great for just, taking it ashore. Yeah, if there's a chance or a threat of rain, we always carry a couple umbrellas in here. We always carry some tissues, some wet wipes. It's big enough, it'll fit 2 towels in there. We've done that, we've tried it, works fine. You can probably get a couple purchases in there too, sure, depending on what you're doing, but it's great. Simple, again, effective. I threw some euros in there for the public toilets if we needed them. We had them handy. um, Again, and it folds down, it weighs virtually nothing. Now, is this gonna stop something stabbing through it? Probably not. It's very thin nylon, but it works, it gets the job done, it's simple, it packs up small space. um, yeah, again, something's very good. I always carry a backpack when we go ashore. And something like this is simple enough to do it. It works, and it works well. No need to overdo things. Simple is always best. Once you're on the ship, what's your luggage weigh? I've seen people go up to the gym, use the scales there. Certainly that's one way to go. But bought this on a couple cruises ago, really, and found that it works very efficiently. It's good not only to make sure you're not overpacking anyone's suitcase. I'm sure you've picked up things in your cruise, whether it's things you bought on the cruise ship, whether it's things you bought ashore for friends, for family, for yourself. Hey, that duty free liquor, that's not light. And so you're going to be at the airline maximum weight. Most people are flying in and out of port, so it's a concern. Simple, again, doesn't take up a lot of space, doesn't weigh a lot, um, relatively inexpensive. You just put this around your luggage handle, put it on, turn it on, or zero it before you turn it on. You can change your units on there. If you want pounds or kilograms, pick it up. It'll tell you exactly what your luggage is. There's no guesswork here. This has been really a lifesaver for us. This is worth its weight, literally. All right, here we go. Here is your bonus item. So you can figure it out. No, they're not mints. No, they're not Tums, but they are useful. I wouldn't say you use these on the ship, hopefully not, unless you're on the poop cruise. But what these are these are coin towelettes. These things are very inexpensive. You buy these in quantity, they're about 4 cents a towelette. And don't get me wrong, we're a fan of wet ones too. These are fantastic. We always carry these around, especially the tropical splash variety. If you're on a cruise, really makes you feel at home. These are great. Antibacterial. We carry these. We carry hand sanitizer. But these, again, are a lifesaver if you need them. And I'll show you what they do and how they work in a second. They're great. I had a bird do its business on me in San Juan. A little wet one helped, but this was, again, a lifesaver. And I'll show you how and why. Public toilets may or may not have exactly what you need there. Europe, we did find, I think most Americans are kind of shocked we were, European hotels, 9 times out of 10 we found, do not provide washcloths as American hotels would. They think that's a personal item, and they just don't do it. We're able to use these in place of a washcloth. So pretty cool. Again, very inexpensive. Take no space. Stick a few of these into your bag. No weight, no space. Could be a lifesaver for you. So let me show you how these little guys work. Once you have it open, and this is what's great because it's dried, it's compact. It does feel like a lozenge or a Tums or something like that right now. Wouldn't want to eat it. Don't eat it. But all it takes is a little bit of water. And that's one thing hopefully you'll have access to, is if it's a little bit of water or even seawater. If you need to get something, put a little water on there and you watch it just start to expand. Doesn't take much. You see that expanding up. And this is how this little guy works. And obviously, if you had more water, it'd be better if you're trying to scrub something off. But these things are pretty darn durable too. It's a woven. It comes out, it's about just shy of 9x9 size. But I mean, look at that. From what you had, if you're wet, you can scrub it. These things are versatile, ton of use. I don't carry a lot of them. I might put half dozen, 10 in there. How many we used? 4 or 5 maybe over time. But yeah, they're good. They will tear. But for what you're doing, what you're getting, what you need to do for 4 cents. If you got a mess on your head from a bird in San Juan, Puerto Rico, as I did, um, yeah, this is worth every penny, all four of them that I pay for this. Can't get any better. Is there something we've missed? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. There are links to these products in the description below. As an Amazon associate, we may earn from qualifying purchases.
Thanks for watching.
See
See
you
you
soon.
soon.